welcome to Bikesport TV. We've got lots coming up if you're a fan of two-wheeled sport. We're here from Silverstone at a very windswept circuit. Coming up on today's show, we speak to Honda Racing about their development year and plans for 2015. Danny Buchan tells us how he will be celebrating winning the Superstock Thousands Championship. And Jenny Tinmouth tells us about her new job as a stunt rider. There's been one team which has been missing from the British Superbike class, and that's Honda Racing. They were so dominant last year, especially with Alex Lowes taking the championship title. But they will be back for 2015, and team manager Neil Tuxworth has been telling us all about it.
As we haven't been involved directly in the BSB Superbike Championship, we've been doing two things really. Honda obviously had the new SP Fireblade, and we wanted to obviously do some work with that and also promote it during the season. So we've had two riders in the Superstock Championship, Jason O'Halloran and Freddie Foray. And besides that, we want to continue the development of our Superbike, because obviously next year we have a plan to come back into the British Superbike Championship with two riders. We didn't want to wait a year and be a year behind with development. So we've been using Julian Da Costa, who's one of the world champions in world endurance and rides for our endurance team, to come along to certain events, 4 events in total. And in between we've been doing a lot of testing as well. So basically we kept the machines that Alex Lowes won the championship on last year, and Kianari also the machine he was using, and we've used those machines for development and for taking part in Snetterton, Donington, here obviously at Silverstone and the final round at Brands Hatch. We're very, very happy with the progression with the Superbike. I think it's gone very well, and not just with ourselves, but we also work very closely with the RAF team, who we also support. And of course Peter Hickman's been going very well. He won one of the races at Cadwell Park. So the Honda's still a very competitive package, and I'm certain we shall show again next year that the Honda can be right up there in among the, hopefully, the podium places. We've been developing a number of things. We've improved the engine performance of the bike. We've also got a new swinging arm in the machine this year, and we're doing a lot of work with the suspension and linkages, and obviously some work on the electronics. So basically we've just been refining the basic package of the bike to improve it. And we know we've moved forward. For example, at Snetterton, Julian Da Costa lapped quicker at Snetterton than Alex Lowes did when he won the races there last year, and Julian's never been to Snetterton before. So it shows the bike has made big improvements over last year. We can definitely say we'll be running 2 riders in the Superbike class, and we'll only be doing Superbike next year. We won't be taking part in either Superstock or Supersport. Our total effort will be in Superbike next year, and we will be running 2 riders, but that's yet to be finalised, so I couldn't really give you any more information at this stage.
What makes a rider that has won a British Superbike Championship turn his attention to being a team manager? Well, Tommy Hill has done just that, and he's been telling us more.
Exciting times really. It was all sort of starting to come into place around about February this year, to be fair. We've been working on plans. I had the plan to do it last year, but unfortunately didn't get the full budget. But BY's have come along as a company, brand insurance company, and got introduced to me by Alan Gregg, who's the current team manager of the BY's Kawasaki team that run in Superstock. Called me up, says that I've got a sponsor that want to go Superbike. Are you interested? And you know, it's like hear these stories so much in the paddock, and yeah, we put 2 and 2 together. I had a few meetings with the director of BY's, and yeah, they secured the title sponsorship for our team for next year, as well as Dickies, and currently working with a few of my old sponsors that have helped me through my career and been part of my career and helped me get to where I am. So yeah, it's sort of work in progress, but it's exciting times really. It's going to be new platform for me, but you know, working with so many professional teams over the years, I can take a lot of that information and hopefully polish up on a few areas, and work with the riders. You know, I'm interested in getting the best out of them, and working with a team. I've been working with the BY's Kawasaki team this year, working with Joe Collier, Nick Anderson and Josh Day, with a bit of direction and a bit of support. But we're really looking forward to 2015. It's been a lot of work and progress at the moment, but things are starting to come together. I still see a lot of people week in, week out, and I come to a lot of the BSB events, and the crowds and fans and public, they all want me to be riding a bike, you know, they don't want me in a garage. But I got to a point in my career where I stopped enjoying the racing, so I want to look at the management side of it. I work with Joe Collier a little bit, try and give him a bit of direction and help him on the sponsorship side. But to be fair, I'm always intrigued in the management side of the team, and it's something that interests me, and I feel like I can do a good job. So so far things have been going well, and I've built the structure of the team. We've been working hard with Alan, and yeah, all the design work and everything, which my design business comes into that well. So yeah, it's been exciting. We're looking at running 2 BSB riders. We've got a fair good idea on the 2 riders that we would run. I want to see a bit of consistency really with riders that have currently rode a Superbike, potentially on a Kawasaki, and another rider that's maybe rode a ZX10 as well, that could come into our team and give us a bit of information and feedback. Really, you know, we don't want to be sort of starting a new team in the dark. We want to be consistent and, you know, and be consistent with results as well. You know, it'd be nice if we get one of our riders in the top 6. One of them, I'm sure, would have won BSB races before. So yeah, it's exciting times. You know, we can't really say much more at the moment, and I hate it when I watch team bosses on the TV and they say that. But I'm putting myself in their position now, and yeah, it is all work in progress. But we're very early at the moment, and we are in early stages. But we have got a lot of groundwork done, and it's just a matter of keep chipping away and finalise the sponsorship part of the team and move on from there.
The Alstare Junior team are only meant to be doing a few wildcard rides at this year's BSB, but they've stayed for the majority, and this is their story so far and their plans for 2015.
We are really happy to be in the British Superbike. I think it's better. We enjoy more than in the World Superbike. I think the ambience here is fantastic, and we really feel the people like us, and they are happy then we are here. So it's of course there is competition, but out of the track there is a really good atmosphere.
I know this track, but yeah, I have to learn every track since Truxton. Like Benjamin said, we can feel all the people behind us. It's very nice. We have a good atmosphere. We like have this crowd behind us, so yeah, we love to racing here.
Yeah, we would like. I would like to keep the same crew, the same rider, but I would like a second rider because I think it's really more easy if we have another rider, maybe an English guy. They know the track. I think it's really more easy to learn for Chris, because he has somebody to help and to help us, because of course he needs to learn every track, but also the crew need to learn everything. The settings for the bike are completely different than the settings than we have for the other tracks. Of course, if we restart for another season, we have the feedback of that season, but having an English rider could be really interesting. Of course, Chris helped us, but we can do it that weekend. Maybe let's see if it's possible for the next round, but we don't know yet. We don't have taken decision. That depends about a lot of things.
Christian is a very nice guy. He helped me on the telemetry on the track. So, like Benjamin said, two riders, even for me, it's better for me because, like he say, I never ride on this track. It's very difficult to learn in the Friday morning. So have someone to help or to speak about the track, the corner. It's very important. We try to find a good setup for me, but every lap it's important for me, for the team. We try to improve every time.
The problem is always the same. We need to find a sponsor for the next season. So. Let's see, but we are in discussion with Bimota on that moment, and we really would like to be here with the Bimota and a bigger team for the next year. We would like the other team from the maybe Italian Championship or coming also. Why not? I think more there is international team, more that championship is interesting. I think so. Why maybe we are not the only one next year.
Danny Buchan has had one hell of a year. He completely dominated the Superstock 1000 class and clinched the title with one race to go. But now he has turned his attentions to next year and has plans to be back in the BSB Championship in 2015.
I feel a little bit, I don't know, I wouldn't say relieved, because it's been a really good year, you know, and it's sort of one of those things that you just want it to keep happening. You want the feeling constantly, so it's obviously I'm very happy with the weekend. Obviously we've come here and been quick in every session, and yeah, quickest in the race and managed to take the championship. So it's obviously what we set out to do at the start of the year. So all the early mornings, all the early nights, it's all paid off, and I'm really happy for myself and the team. So I'm not sure, you know. I think we just went. Me and my team went away testing lots in the off season, and which was obviously it's part funded by my dad as well. My dad was really helped out there, as well as my personal sponsors, to get me out testing. So it was sort of like I just become one with the bike, and the Kawasaki ZX-10R has been phenomenal all year. You know, it's clicked at every track. It's been my worst finish was a second. Well, actually, my worst finish was a DNF, which was yeah, a little mistake I made at Donington Park last weekend. But it's no, it's been a fantastic year. and I can't thank the team enough and can't thank everyone else enough. My plans are to be in the Superbike Championship next year, and as far as positioning goes and other stuff like that, obviously it depends on what package I get and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'd like to be a top 10 contender in the Superbike next year. You obviously want to be with the best teams possible, but I just have to go back to my management now, sit down and lay out all the cards and see which one's going to be the best and most beneficial for myself and for next year. And hopefully I can have a good go next year and show some mature riding. Brands Hatch, I won there already this year, so it's definitely, yeah, the hard work's not going to stop. I'm not going to drink yet. I'm going to have a beer maybe at the end of the season, but yeah, still back to work tomorrow and back ready for Brands.
One of the hotly contested championships in British Superbikes is the Ducati TriOptions Cup, and here is your winner.
It's been a close season between myself and teammate Leon. All year we've pretty much won every race going. Been an exception of a few races. Rob Guyver, Martin Hutt have been in the mix now and again, but we've been the most consistent throughout the course of the year. Always good when you got close races. Today was probably more of a boring race, to be fair, on my side of things, but probably the way I would have liked it. Kind of controlled things at the front and just took it steady for the last few laps, which was mega, and I'm lucky to come out on top and win the title, so no, really pleased. The Ducati, the 899 is an amazing bike, completely different to the 848. Chassis wise it's different, engine wise it's a special bit of kit. It took me a while to get used to it, and then probably mid-season onwards everything's been absolutely spot on. Joined a good professional team. I knew the bike was going to be right. I was feeling good in myself. Past few seasons just getting back into the racing again, and I've been fairly competitive, so I was expecting good things, but you never like to say you're going to go out there and win. And when it happens, it's I suppose the icing on the cake. I suppose can't thank Ducati enough for running the championship, but also the dealership, P&H Motorcycles, Calcott's Motorsport for being involved. Every rider's ambition is to go out there and win. We don't come here to finish second, and even when you do, sometimes it's good, but the main reason to come race is to go out there and win.
Martrain have had 3 seasons in the BSB series and have had some success, especially when they were crowned Supersport champions last year. They are leaving the competition to concentrate on the roads, and team owner Tim has been telling us why.
Next year we've decided as a team to concentrate on the international road scene. We've done the British now for 3 seasons. We came second in 2012, we won it last year, and we're still on the hunt to win it this year, although we're 3rd place at the moment. But we've decided we've been there, done that, we want to try something new. This year we did have an international roads presence with Dean Harrison. We had wins at the Northwest 200, we had 2 fourths at the TT. So we're looking forward to expanding on that, and that's the future we're going to go for 2015. Obviously 2013 has to win a British Championship was really good, but winning any race at this level is an achievement, and you know, winning the championship is icing on the cake. This paddock's fantastic. I mean, the organisation, the marshals, the whole crew is really good, and we'll miss it for sure. But you know, 3 years is a long time. And for a Northern Irish team, there's a lot of travelling involved. Our guys leave on a Wednesday to come back on a Monday. You know, there's something like 28 flights per person in and out, and logistically it's hard work. So for us, the international roads will be a little bit easier, a little bit less time consuming, and maybe get to spend a bit more time home with the family as well.
Richard Cooper's had a really tough season in BSB, whereas Anvil has had a racing team. When things were starting to look up, he had a nasty crash which resulted in a broken arm. He is now sitting out the rest of the season, but he's not feeling too downhearted about it.
After the crash at Thruxton, where unfortunately I suffered quite a severe break to the right arm, humerus, radius and distal ulna all in the right arm, and albeit the plates have fixed the bone quite nicely and it's quite strong, the movement is lacking quite severely, and also the strength in the arm. And I spoke to you briefly at Cadwell Park, and my aim was to come back for Assen, which, as any rider does, we always want to get back as soon as possible. But realistically, I've had to take the sensible option and told the team that I won't be riding for the rest of the season, and sort of concentrate on 2015 really, where after the season that we had this year, I feel that we're in a strong position, and to end the season, you know, disappointingly with struggling with a weak arm, I feel it's best that I sit out and get fully fit and come back as strong as possible for the BSB Championship. My team, Anvil, Kawasaki, have done an amazing job this year, and I feel that we didn't finish the season off the way that we deserved. So to ride with them again, you know, is a good option, and obviously I'm speaking with them. but we have to weigh up all the options as any rider does, and do what's best for all concerned, really. So, you know, hopefully I will be on the grid on a competitive bike and pick up where I left off. That's the main aim, you know, to pick up where we left off and prove ourselves that we're worthy of being in that showdown when it comes to the end of the year in 2015.
This bike belongs to Jenny Tinmouth. Now she's back at Silverstone. She's been out of action since Alton Park because of lack of funds. But in the meantime, she's taken up work as a stunt driver for a movie, and she's been telling us all about it.
Obviously I had to miss last 3 rounds just due to lack of funds. I managed to get through more of the season than I thought. I've got to say massive thanks to all the fans. You know, loads of people have donated on my Race with Jenny page, and Max Glass has been amazing to me as well. And you know, he's been helping me, and just all the fan support as well. Just keeping me here and keeping me on the grid. So I'm so chuffed, and I'm really looking forward to hearing the last round at Brands.
That you've been taking up a job as a stunt driver for movies, is true?
Yeah, a little bit. Just it was an extra job, because obviously I work full time anyway, and it was just an out of the blue opportunity to again raise some money to come back and do this. And they've been fantastic with me. They've helped. You know, they know that I've kind of my plight to try and do this, so they've also been, you know, brilliant to give me the job. So yeah, I want to be right at the front of the grid, but I'm still, you know, we're still a tiny team and tiny budget, and my bike's relatively old and possibly not as competitive as everyone else's. So as much as I'm aiming high, I'm just going to have to go out and do my best and try my hardest, and wherever I am. I love the adrenaline junkie kind of buzz of racing. I love everything about it. I even like, you know, when you have scary moments or little crashes and things. I love it, so yeah.
Thank you for watching Bikesport TV. That's all for this week's episode, but tune in soon for more bike action.